Alright, so today I'm going to show you very quickly how to use Newton's Cookbook and how to customize the deals for yourself. This way you get the best experience from it. There may be some videos every day I update my channel on the Newton's Cookbook recipes of the day, and there may be some times where I say you have to do this deal, you have to do whatever deal it is, and that may be different for you. It may be very different from you. You may never ever have to do the deal. A prime example is, alright, so before I get into the prime example, quote unquote prime example, just analyze whether or not you're a solo or co-op player. If you're only solo, you're only solo, you never play with your friends, or you play with them every 1 out of 20 games, then there's some Gobblegums that you're never ever going to use or ever going to need. Like for example right here, this is the example, profit sharing. Great example today. I'm happy this is a deal. 1 profit sharing for 8 crawl space. Of course I don't have enough Gobblegums to do the deal, but just pretend I did, right? The first thing I do when I look at this deal is say, do I play solo or co-op? Not every day I don't do this because obviously I know. But if you're new to Newton's Cookbook, you'll say, alright, so am I a solo player or co-op? Or am I solo, but do I play with my friends sometimes? And if I play with my friends a decent amount of the time, you know what? This may be a good deal. Alright, so 1 profit sharing, definitely. Alright, let me see the deal for it. So now that you've friggin' analyzed that, you analyze the type of player you are, that you do play solo, but maybe you are a co-op player sometimes, you do play with your friends a decent amount of the time, and you saw, oh, profit sharing, a really good Gobblegum, could help us out a lot. Next thing you have to obviously look at is the deal. Is the deal good or not? That's up to you, because sometimes there may be some Gobblegums in there that I think are good, but you may think are bad, or you may think are good, I may think they're bad. Like for example right here, crawl space, 8 crawl space for 1 profit sharing. Of course the 10 distills in the middle I have to trade in, but I value crawl space is very shitty. I don't like it at all. I mean, even if I'm doing Rise and Drag, I can part with throwing a grenade to make crawlers for the void bow, which some people may say, oh, this Gobblegum's great, I go into Rise and Drag every time I make the void bow, and crawl space helps me out so much. Alright, and they may value crawl space very high on their list, and that's fine, and to trade in 8 of them may be very hard for them to do, and that's fine. But if you're like me, and for example you play co-op, you don't like crawl space that much, you see you only have to trade into 8 of them and everything checks out, you press square or whatever your activate button is, and if you did have enough Gobblegums to do the deal, you'd be able to trade in your Gobblegums, trade in those 10 distills, and bang, you get 1 profit sharing added to your total. Very easy to do, very easy to analyze the Gobblegums and just see whether or not you're actually going to use them. Like another one right here, Killjoy. This is a pretty decent Gobblegum to analyze because you know what? I play with my friends a lot, I mess around a lot also. I do go for a lot of high round attempts, but you know what? For those games that I'm messing around, maybe a Killjoy would help me out. And then I see 4 crawl space for 1 Killjoy. I do have a decent amount of Killjoys in my inventory, and I don't have that many crawl space, so just pretend I had like 5 crawl space, right? So I have a decent amount of insta kills, and I don't have that many crawl space. So you know what? Maybe I should hold off on this deal because I want to always try to keep an equal balance of Gobblegums, because maybe one day a deal will be maybe 4 crawl space and 5 insta kills, and maybe I won't have enough Gobblegums to do the deal because I just did this one. Maybe that's the deal for Perkaholic tomorrow. Who knows? One of those deals may come up one day and I may be screwed over. So you know what? I'm just gonna stay away from this deal because although I don't really like crawl space, I don't like insta kill that much either, or whatever it is, Killjoy that much either. And I'm really not gonna use it that much. I may use it sometimes, but I'm not gonna use it that much. So you know what? I'm gonna stay away. That's what you have to do sometimes too. Not only just see, oh, this Gobblegum would help me out and it's a good deal, or this Gobblegum won't help me out, it may be a good deal but it won't help me out. You have to see whether or not you actually like and use the Gobblegum, because you know what, I'm probably not going to throw in the insta-kill Gobblegum. Maybe out of 20 games, I'd probably say about 10 of them are for high rounds, 5 are for Easter egg, and maybe the other 5 are messing around, maybe even less, maybe 3 of them are for messing around. And even in that alone, I'd very rarely throw in a Killjoy. So you know what? This Gobblegum, not right for me. Even though it's a decent deal, I still would like to keep an equal balance of my Gobblegums on top of that. So I would not do this deal. That, like, I know it sounds very confusing, maybe very complicated, but if you think about it, first, like I just said, solo or co-op. Even if it is solo, do you play some co-op? Do you play a decent amount of co-op? If so, then proceed. If you only play solo, then don't bother with some Gobblegums. Then look at the Gobblegums that you value, that you like, that you use all the time, and then make a decision from there. Also, you could trade in, like I said, you can trade in, what's it called, 3 Diviniums for 30 distills, or as you can see right here, here's all the trade-in value shits. Or you can trade in COD points for distills. Like I said, never do that. I really wouldn't recommend it unless there's like an amazingly mind-blowing deal. But yeah, you have that option. So yeah, analyze solo or co-op, analyze the type of Gobblegum you're getting, the type of player you are, like I just said, and you should be good to go. Again, I may sound a little bit confusing. I try to explain it to the best of my ability. I don't think there's anything else left to say. that's pretty much how you should use Newton's Cookbook. Just be very analytical, even though it could be annoying at times. Just think a little bit, and you should be good to go. You should get the best deals, the best results overall, like in a certain amount of time with Newton's Cookbook. Don't always look instant results. Look to the future. See, you know what? Maybe one day these Gobblegums will help me out for something else. This Gobblegum doesn't really help me out now, so you know what? I'll wait. Again, I mean, I may have sounded completely confusing. You may not understand anything I just said. Watch it a few times, try to understand what I'm saying. If you really don't understand, leave the video a thumbs down. But you know what? If you did like the video and it helps you out in some way, any way possible, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos. I can promise you this: the video that's coming out tonight, I made one or two already today, but the next one that's coming out tonight is how to prepare for DLC 5 Zombies Chronicles, and it's going to tie in with this video. But basically the next video that I'm making is not going to be nearly as confusing. It's going to be straightforward, it's going to be straight to the point, and it's going to show you everything that you should do in order to get ready for DLC 5 Zombies Chronicles, Origins Remastered, and all the other 7 maps. And yeah, you should definitely be ready in the next 8 days. I think there's 8 days left until it releases. So yeah, by then you should be good to go. Again, if you do want to see those videos, I keep saying again, it's pissing me off, so it pisses you off. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, if you do want to see any of those videos, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you later. And I'm very sorry for this cringy video.